Hello, everybody.
How you guys doing? Right?
I am here with Edgar Larios. He is the VP of Operations at First Choice Tree
Service.
Service. I was going to say management. We had some technical difficulties getting online, but I hope we're here. It says we
I
are.
hope so. I hope so too.
It says we're live, so hopefully we are. So, Edgar, thank you so much for being here this morning. I'm excited to kick this off. You're my first guinea pig.
Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
So I've known Edgar for 15, 16 years.
Long time.
A very long time.
Yeah. It's hard for me to remember.
I know. But I wanted to take this opportunity for you to share, a little bit about yourself, and then also what is your company doing? What do you guys do? How are you serving the community right now, and how can we help you?
Well, first of all, so you guys know a little bit about me. I'm married for 24 years, which is, yeah, I know it's a really good thing. Nowadays, it's really difficult to stay married, but I've been married for 24 years, and I have 3 kids: Edgar Jr., Isabella, and Lizzie.
Beautiful.
And I have, I know, yeah, you know him very well. And I have two pets. Actually, let me rephrase that. I have 4 pets. Got 2 dogs and 2 chickens.
Oh, you have
I know,
chicken.
yeah, yeah. We actually get fresh eggs every morning. So
I
that's
was just
really
going to
cool.
ask, do they lay eggs?
Oh yes, they do. At least once a day. So it's really good. My wife loves that. Every morning she gets up and uh, uh, go get the eggs and feed them some food so they can keep producing more eggs. But yeah,
Well, you
so
might have a little side business on your hands there if there's a run on eggs in the grocery store.
right, yeah. I don't have enough chickens, but yeah, you're right.
Hey, we got to get creative, right?
That's right. That's right. So yeah, and I've been in this industry where I'm at, in the landscape industry and tree industry for, it's going to be, I believe, on 2021, next year is going to be my 30-year anniversary here in the States, since I got here first for the
30
first
year, right?
time. 30-year anniversary, yes. I
Yeah.
got here in 91, so I've been in the industry since I got here. So 30 years in this industry.
Jeez.
I
And
know.
were you doing that before you came over to
No,
the
actually, no. When I came from Mexico, I was 15, 16 years old. So my first job that I got was on the landscape industry with my dad.
Okay.
Hmm.
And you love it?
I love it. I would not imagine myself doing anything else for sure. You know, it started from digging trenches and blowing pipe to now running First Choice in a multi-million-dollar company with over 100 employees, and it's been fun for me. I cannot see myself doing anything else.
That's awesome that you found a passion and you get to live it every day and you call it your job.
That's right. That's exactly right. If you love what you do, you will never work a day in your life, right?
Yep. Great quote.
Exactly.
Great quote, and it's definitely the truth.
It is. It is.
So before we get into a little bit about your business, and what's one fun fact about yourself?
I'm Mexican. And the reason why I would say that is because I think culture sees everything a different way. We we take we don't take the things that are serious too serious. We as our Mexican culture in general pretty much laughs about anything. We try to make, have fun with everything. I don't know if I can say this correctly without, getting anybody offended, but I see things in a different way with a different perspective. I don't really easily get scared. I don't really easily think that something's impossible. I always see things in a way that everything is achievable. If you
Right.
put your mind to it, it's done. And also at the same time, I was blessed by not taking things serious. I mean, taking serious to a point, but not too serious where I get scared or panic about it. You know,
Right.
I had to think about it, what it is, figure it out, and get going. And I think it has to do with my culture. I think me being uh, Mexican, like I told you, that I'm fat about it, is that I see things that way all the time. I just don't take things too serious.
Well, I've known you a long time, and I don't know if it is necessarily the culture thing. I'm not Mexican. I don't know. I didn't grow up in the culture. I know it's an Edgar Larios thing.
That's for sure.
I've been around your family a lot, and it's a very, it's a joyful time, and there is a ton of laughter. So I definitely can see it as a culture thing.
Yeah,
I think it's a great outlook on life too.
I think so too.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. So.
I like your fun fact. I like
Yeah, you
that
know,
in it.
it was. I was thinking about that, and it is. I think we all deserve to be a little fun in life and take things not too serious. That's what I think. We all should do that, especially in these times. You know, yeah, take precautions, be aware. You know, but to a point, because if you um, think about it too much, it will just drawing you, and you will
Right.
not move forward. I like what you said the other day that said, take a mental break. You said, take a mental break and try not to watch the news, get off social media, try to do something different. I think that was great when you said that. That's really good too.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we all need a brain break sometimes to reset, right, and come back
Yes,
refreshed.
exactly right.
Yeah. All right, let's get into some details, some information about your business. So tell us a
Okay.
little bit about, what you guys do, how long you've been around, how you can help us out.
Well, you know, the company in itself, First Choice Tree Service, has been in the industry for about 30 years. But I've been with the company only. I'm going into my fifth year. I came here in 2015, the end of 2015, and I've been with the company for about 5 years. I known the owner for about 18 years now, and
Wow.
then yeah, and so one of the best owners I ever worked for. And then he started as everybody else, just with a truck, with a pickup truck, and himself, mowing lawns. And now he has this big, what I call a monster, because is takes a lot to keep it going. Um, so what we do is we do tree service, as the name calls it, First Choice Tree Service, but we are a full a full service of landscape. You know, we do from plant health care to landscape maintenance to landscape installation and design. So we pretty much do anything that has to do with landscape in the landscape business.
And do you guys predominantly work with commercial clients, residential, a little bit of both?
On the I think we'll do like 80-20. 80% of our business is commercial and 20% of our business is residential, I would say. On the grounds management department, we don't do no residential. It's all commercial. But in
Mhm.
the other three departments that we have, we do residential and commercial.
Okay. And
Yeah.
how are you guys operating, right now during this time?
Well, it's kind of funny that you say that because before this happens, most of our business was done via email or phone call. We hardly ever really meet with people face to face, and when we do that, we meet pretty much with one person at a time, or yes, the property manager or the HOA manager. And but I would say before this happened, 80% of our business came through internet or through via email or to via phone call. Now, today, we're doing pretty much 100% of the business via email and a phone call.
Okay. So not a huge shift for how you guys
Hmm.
do business.
Correct. And that's what uh, since we were doing this before in the past, so for us wasn't that much of a change to adjust to what we're supposed to be doing.
Okay.
To follow the CDC guidance and all that stuff.
Right, right. Well,
Yeah.
and I asked you an interesting question yesterday. So I'm going to be part of that 20% that's residential, right?
Correct. Yes.
So we're
Yes.
in
Exactly.
the process of, hopefully buying a new home, and we need to landscape the backyard. Uh,
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. And, I was curious. I said, how, if I didn't want you to come over and see you in person, how would it work? How would you give me an estimate, or how would we talk about the design? So go ahead and
Sure.
share what you said.
So what I told you was that the way we do, we set up a time to go and take a look at it, and when we get to your place, to your future home that you're gonna buy, I will just get there and give you a phone call. You can stay inside. You don't need to interact with me at all face to face, but we can. You can be on the phone. You can be inside your house. I can be in your yard. I can take pictures, measurements. I can do all of that via phone. And even if you were not home, we can also use FaceTime and other things to do. And we can, after I take all the measurements of your house and know and talk to you what you want, and I go back to my office and put a design for you together, and then we'll send it to you via email, and then you can call me and let me know, hey, you know what, Edgar, I like this. We can change that. Everything is done via web, and that's the easiest thing nowadays. If you're not doing this, if you're not utilizing the internet, the email, the phone calls, the FaceTime, and the Zooms, if you're not utilizing any of that, you're gonna be left behind, especially in these times.
Right, right.
Yeah.
That's great. Because traditionally you think about, you meet somebody there, you shake their hand, you guys do things together, which I still think is a great way, obviously, to do business. But
Correct.
it's really cool to see a lot of businesses that you don't think of off the top of your head can go completely virtual, which
Yeah.
is, what you were just telling us. That's great.
Yeah. Most of the people think the landscapers are like always uh, talking to people face to face and always doing these things, but most of our business is actually done via emails and via phone calls. We hardly ever meet with people unless they're required. When, for example, if some HOA wants to do a monthly walkthrough with you and say, "Hey, I want you guys to walk with me because I want to show you some of the things that need to be done."
Right.
And about 10 years ago, when I was working with a different company in the past, before there were even uh, iPhones. I think it was before that. I think the only phone that was available was a BlackBerry.
You're
You remember
dating
about the Black?
yourself. Kidding.
I know it's okay.
Okay. Sorry.
But then I just started implementing in this industry, in this business, about taking before and after pictures. So the things that we do, and so even nowadays, I follow that procedure with the company and take before and after pictures and tell the people here, this is what it looked like when we got here, and this is what it looked after we left.
Smart.
And they always say, oh, thank you. They don't even need to go to the property and take a look at what we've done, because we don't even need to meet with them, because we show them the before and after pictures of what we do.
Right.
When we make repairs, when we make, cleanups, when we do tree trimming, we take before and after pictures, and it's a really good tool. Everybody loves that.
So you were ahead of the curve. You were
I,
into the future.
I was actually I was, and not because I was know this I didn't know this was coming, but I was trying to do always trying to better the business in the fastest way possible.
Right.
When I see a problem, I try to find a solution. I always tell friends of mine and people that work for me, uh, I'm solution oriented. I don't see problems when somebody comes to bring me something to me, even if it's something huge, some big mistake that somebody made. I always tell them, okay, that's done. So now what are we doing to fix it?
Right.
Now how can we fix that right now? how can we make this better for next time? How can we not make the same mistake again?
Right.
So I'm always been wired that way. I don't know why. You know me. You've been I don't know why. I always see that.
Well, that's a huge asset that you have. It's, I love that. Like, there's no problems. There's only solutions. It's,
That's right.
Mistakes. They're learning opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And, I'm probably going to mess this quote up, but I'll paraphrase. I think that people or businesses, when there is an issue or there's a mistake made, they really show their true colors in how they handle it.
Sure.
Right. So the good times are the good times, but when there's hard times or the company makes a mistake or there's an issue, even if it's not their fault, right? How do they handle
Right.
it?
Somebody, I was at another webinar yesterday with some of the business mentors that I follow, and this person mentioned yesterday this thing which is so true. I didn't think about it, but they say, "What do you get when you squeeze a lemon? You get lemon juice. What do you get when you squeeze an orange? Well, you get orange juice." So, and these times like this, and when it's happening, these times and these issues happening around the world, they're gonna squeeze you. They're gonna squeeze you and show the truth person that you really are.
Mm,
So times like this are gonna try to squeeze you and try to find out to pressure you and doing things that you were uncomfortable with doing, and they're gonna find out how you really react, how the true person that you really are.
right.
So don't let these moments, uh, show the true self for you. If it's gonna come out, a lot of people are gonna be how do you say discouraged, not discouraged. A lot of people are gonna be not too happy with the true self that you are, I guess, in times
Right.
like this.
We got to watch the juice that comes out of us
Comes out of us.
in order to squeeze.
Yeah. Didn't sound right, but you know what I'm talking
I know
about.
what you're saying. That's for a different show. That's like
That's right.
I love that though. That's a great analogy, and it gives you a good visual too, because we are,
Yes.
feeling some pressure right now.
It is. Everybody's feeling a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah,
Everybody is.
I agree.
Yeah.
So how can we help you guys? So it seems like you're pretty much operating business as usual because you were, already set up very virtually.
Correct.
What are some businesses that you're looking to be introduced to, or, kind of what are your target markets? How can we help you?
Well, I don't know how the market is going to react. I really don't know how where the economy is going to be in the next, you know,
None of us
couple of
do.
months. Yeah, I know. But I will still be doing business with a lot of commercial uh, properties, and most of my business is with that. But also new homes. I think my niche market that I'm trying to go to right now is, all those big custom houses or custom homes, and I want to focus myself on the new construction area because our tree business is very well set. That department does really good.
Mhm.
And then it does every year. I think where we're trying to focus ourselves nowadays is on the residential portion of the plant healthcare. I don't know what you know what plant healthcare is, but it's all the fertilizers and pest control that we do on the plants and trees and
Ah,
yeah, things like that. I think that's where I want to focus myself. If you guys know anyone that needs landscape services or landscape design like we're doing for your house,
mhm.
and or you know fertilizer or pest control for the plants and landscape, that's what I want to focus in this year. I think that's going to be a big deal of that kind of business right now.
Right.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. So that would obviously be the homeowners, right?
Correct. Yes.
But,
Yes.
what about getting in connection with someone at the new home establishment? So whether it's, I want to say property manager, but that's not right. Getting an introduction to somebody that could get you on, the referral list. Or if the homeowners ask, hey, do you recommend a landscape company? Because every new home needs to be landscaped, and there's
Yeah, like a community manager type of thing.
what was that?
Like a community manager type of thing
Community
you're talking
manager.
about.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, I might have an introduction for you.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. That's great.
So how can we get a hold of you, Edgar, for questions or to, you know, talk to you about our own backyards or our own businesses?
So two ways. You guys can go online and go through our website, which is firstchoicestreet.com, firstchoicestreet.com, or you can call the office at 702-564-1998. That's the two ways. There's a link on our website, and you can take a look at all our pictures in there too. There's a lot of things you can see. But there's a link where it says free estimate or request for a proposal, and you guys can do that, or just call the office directly and talk to a lovely lady at Jasmine over here at the front desk, and she will take care of you.
Perfect. So I'll put that information too below the video, so it's easily accessible.
Great.
Yeah. So thank you so much for being on today. Great conversation with you as always.
Thank you. Likewise over here too.
All right. And I'll be seeing you Friday.
Yes, for sure. I'll meet you there.
All right. Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank you, Edgar, and stay safe out there.
Bye.
Bye.